Vintage Backyard RC. What's on the bike? 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 What's on the bike?
Hello friends. So today's the big day. We'll get this XXX put back together. Man, this gearbox stuff was so hard to find. I couldn't find all of it. I came up with some solutions. We'll go over that. So that'll be fun. I'll switch to an overhead. We'll do the narration thing. And we'll have at it. Whoop. Yeah. We just got this in. This is a Losi XXX. It's kind of one of the in-between cars that I didn't think I'd be able to get. I got one. And we'll get that going next. After we finish this guy. Boy, this spring's going to be really fun, man. I got all these cool new cars. We'll do all these cool shootouts. My daughter's stoked to get shooting video again. I'm pumped to be driving again. I just wish this snow would go away and I could start working on the track. But we got a lot to keep us busy. And I'll keep you guys informed. So stand by and rock on. So I had mentioned that this X looked to be in great shape. And for the most part it was. The exception being a cracked gear case where it bolts to the bottom of the T-plate. I had assumed this part would be easy to find, but because it's a special part only made for the BK2, and because the BK2 is a limited production buggy, it makes this case about as rare as hen's teeth. I was searching for a few weeks and just coming up empty. I assumed I would need to repair the one I had, when boom. One turned up online at a mom and pop hobby shop. I could not hit that add to cart button fast enough. It came in last week, and well, there it is. One impossible to find part that's going to be impossible for me to replace. And now I needed to decide if I was going to actually use it. Well, there's no way I'm using this. I'll save this piece for when this car hits the shelf. Nothing like a special gearbox and a matching special T-plate to make collecting and running these old cars a bit more of a challenge. So now let's fix what I have. I got my favorite brand reinforced epoxy, molded that around the standoffs, sanded it to fit. Then I went an extra step and got little strips of brass, molded that around the standoffs, and overlapped that with more epoxy. Then I drilled and tapped the holes. It feels pretty strong. I think it'll hold up. Let's hope it does. Let's do this. This car came with a nice Futaba servo, so we're definitely going to reuse that. All those little microscopic bearings in the rack were in great shape. And the rack itself looked brand new, so that went right back into the car. The graphite front bulkhead is in great shape. And bonus, it has a Trinity front pivot block. I love seeing that blue stuff. I wish I had a new front bumper for this car, but for a runner this will work fine. As I was moving along with this build, I realized that I installed the pivot block before I installed the arms. Whoops. This made the job way more difficult. The knuckles and spindles look brand new, so they went right back into the car. Another bonus are these cool Trinity shock standoffs. More quality built blue stuff that we all used back in the day. Love it. The buggy came with full Lunsford titanium turnbuckles, but I did replace all the ball cups with RPM units. I love these things, they look good, they're durable, big fan. Moving on to the back of the car. Here we have that repaired gear case. I had to add a few new bearings. I did a diff rebuild. This all went together as expected, nice and smooth. My camera quit on me, so I missed a little bit of the rear assembly. I'm sorry about that. Same thing back here. The arms look brand new. The knuckles look brand new. Everything was nice and smooth, so it all went right back into the car. There's that special T-plate. I missed a screw here. I'm going to have to go back and fix that. The rear graphite shock tower is tied to the chassis, the gearbox, and the T-plate. That's where I missed that bolt. One of the other cool new features of the BK2 was that it had VLA or variable arm length suspension. This allowed racers to widen the car when the track got all blown out. For now I have everything set to narrow, which is what the instruction manual calls for. The BK2 also came with MIP CVD axles. What a legendary product that we all love. Moving on to the shocks. They weren't leaking, so all I did was re-oil them and put them back together. The two came with factory threaded coated shock bodies and titanium nitride shock shafts. Pretty awesome. The rest of the assembly went great. I love working on this car. It's probably my favorite buggy of all time. So there you go. Let's all wish this snow away so I can go make some laps. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate you all. Take care.